his job with the Bruins actually happened right after we talked last week, but in that time span, he's already with the Blues. What are your thoughts on, first, the Bruins making that move and him getting hired right away somewhere else?
I mean, I'm not qualified to speak on those kind of things. On the surface, it just looks, it seems ridiculous, like, that a guy like that with that kind of record gets fired. But it's also great that he ends up going, you can go, it's kind of his home, St. Louis there, and so maybe things happen for a reason.
Got you. So, you guys spoken a few times before, I take it, what kind of guy is he, and what kind of impact does he have on a team, do you think?
Well, I don't know if he could have a bigger impact at his level. Unfortunately, I think he had too big of an impact, and then the expectations maybe were a little bit too, I remember when he took the job, and a lot of people, around, oh, they're gonna be in a rebuilding, they're not very good, and then they go and have the best record in the league or whatever for 2 years in a row. So, they have an average start for 20 games and get fired. So maybe he was a product of his own success a little bit. And but he's just one of the smartest hockey guys I've ever been around. I was at RPI as a volunteer when he was there, so that's how I was connected to him. So no doubt he'll have a lot of success in St. Louis.
You mentioned it's kind of his home base that could help matters, but imagine taking over a new job mid-season as a coach. I mean, how tough do you think that would be?
I think it's just part of the deal in pro hockey. I think it happens in all sports, in all pro sports. Maybe not so much in our world. That's just the nature of the game where, there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to a lot of it, which, as a coach seems a little crazy, but I think that's just the world that you're in when you're, at the peak, at the pinnacle of your profession. You see it in football, you see it in basketball, you see it in all those areas.
Coach, you really challenged your team last week. You came right out and said it. You weren't happy with the way they responded to the atmosphere at Boston College. What was your thoughts on how they did it against UNH?
I thought it was a little better. I think there was still moments that we really self-destructed, with penalties, pucks on our tape, that we completely botch or make bad decisions would lead to scoring chances for them, or penalties penalties against because we're caught in a bad spot because we make a bad decision. So, the result was fine. It was obviously there's a lot of good stuff when you go on the road and you get a W with the Hockey East, but we're still not there as a team. We're not. Every guy that goes out there every single night embracing I want to be the guy on the ice in tough situations. We're not there. We're close. We're close, but we're just not there. And our guys know that. And so that's the challenge for us.
Is this something that's a challenge over the season? Is it something that's a focal point practice? What kind of goes into making yourself that team?
We just have to put ourselves in these situations where it's really uncomfortable, and we try to do that practice every day. Mentally, we have a sports performance coach that we spend a lot of time with. We spend time with in the summer. Most of it is mental. Most of it is there's players that want to be the guy. There's players that, when the situation arises, they hide under the rug. And we have a lot of guys that have turned themselves into the players that want to be the guy. We still don't have a full team of it, and that's our challenge. That's our challenge as coaches and as a program to keep growing.
You go from on the road against your bitter rival to Thanksgiving week, taking a road trip to New York, to RPIs. But Breen said this was probably one of the most intense practices you guys have had in weeks. What kind of keeps the fire going when this could easily be a letdown spot this week?
Oh, we're still not good enough. It's and the nice part is we can tell our team that, and it's not coaches don't like us, and it's they understand. We watch those moments in the game where we self-destruct. We have a 5-on-3. We have all the momentum in the world. We get lazy and take a penalty at the end of it. Then we take another penalty. They score. The game should have been 2 or 3-0 for us at that point. It's 1-0 for them. It's not good enough, And we score an empty net goal, but we get called back because we slash a guy for no reason. And it's those type of things are, good teams and championship caliber programs don't do that. They don't self-destruct like that. And so the guys know that, and they love the fact that we can go out there and compete and practice every single day. We can go to it Saturday, Sunday at RPI. And but I think we realize that we're just not there yet. And That's the challenge for us. We're not that far away, but it's not good enough yet.
How nice is that for you to have a team like that can respond to coaching in this world of 2024?
It's awesome, and that's a credit to the leaders and the older guys that have been here for a really long time, and the younger guys too, because they're embracing it too. And so that's that's our edge as a program. Our edge is our ability to internalize that stuff and keep pushing. It's not because we have all the best players and we're the most talented team. It's because hopefully our culture overcomes some of the things that our opponents might have.
What's it going to be like for you to go back to RPI this weekend after some good years there?
I've been back a lot, so like it was weird the first time. When I was at Union, it was that was our big rival, and every time I go back, it was a little weird because it was a huge rivalry. And then we played there at UMass, and I've been there, played against some other places. So I don't think it'll be as weird as it was the first couple times, but it's always nice. My wife's from there. I spent a ton of time in the Capital Region, a ton of my life in the Capital Region, so know a lot of people. It would be nice to see.
You pretty well receptive every time you go back. See some familiar faces.
Well, it's just a lot. Like Ken's on the. I've known Ken since I don't know how long you've been doing the beat out there, since the '90s. I don't know, Ken. How long has it been? I can't hear you.
That's all right.
I started the Division I 1991.
Yeah.
The first 25 years of the battle, 29 years overall.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so it's a lot of the same people, a lot of good people, so it's always nice.
Awesome.
You can
Thank
tell
you,
about your magic moment at Mesa.
We're not going to Mesa though, so it doesn't have any relevance.